This is an exciting day. The Keybank Foundation announced a second grant to STEM education for the Cleveland School District. Total since 2008, we would have invested $1.3 million towards STEM education. Today's announcement of an additional $700,000 really will take the STEM program from K through 8 and 6 targeted schools in the district. So now we have a continuum of education around STEM from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. In 2008, we knew that the current 12th graders of STEM, when they were 8th graders, their test scores were abysmal. They were testing at 30% or less in reading and science and math and English. Today, as 11th graders, when they were 11th graders, they were tested, and their scores are in the 85 to 90% range. That is significant, that's transformational, and what that means is the rigor of a STEM preparation helps a child not only grow in their academic learning, but grow in their critical thinking skills as well as problem solving. These children who are now 12th graders at the STEM high school are ready for college. They can not only enter college, they can compete effectively in the best colleges in this state and around the country. I was a physics major, and so I understand the rigor of the discipline and how you really have to be poised to think, to strategize, to resolve issues, to not just take things as they are, but really to investigate and go behind why a situation is what it is. So it's the science of learning and thinking and developing. When we're developing our individuals, our young people to think and solve problems for themselves, they can really have a very successful career in almost any field because those skills are transferable across the board.
I was talking to David. I told him, I said, we've all heard a million times, why am I studying this? When am I going to use this? This program is a little different, right? It cuts to the chase of this.
Exactly. These students will use these skills the rest of their lives, and they will apply them in different situations that they would say, one day they'll think back, oh my goodness, I learned that in my biology class, or I learned that in chemistry or in physics. I was taught this, and therefore this applies to that. Physics is just the study of everyday phenomena. You know, why is the sun shining, you know, and why is the light refraction a certain way. When they learn those kinds of skills, you don't just take for granted everyday phenomena. There's a reason and a principle behind all of that. That applies then to the workplace. If you're an attorney or if you are a business person and you got a set of issues that you have to deal with, you know how to basically look at what you're dealing with and cut through all of the other issues that maybe some would get hung up on, and you can really see what the solution can be. You can get to the end game a lot sooner. This is so good for the students who are in this school and the other 6 schools, K through 8, and then they'll be prepared to go on to the STEM high school and then subsequently to college. What this really means, we have to look at this in the larger context. The real context is, the Pew Research Center did a survey and study from the 2010 census. Individuals between the ages of 18 and 24 in this country today, only 40% of them are in college, and less than half of those in college will graduate within 5 to 6 years. That's a startling statistic, and that's one that really is a cry, it's an alarm that America really has to begin to reinvest in education, and this is our way, the Keybank Foundation, in looking at that very critical issue and making an investment with these individuals, these children, in the hopes of beginning to turn that issue around. This is wonderful for the community, one, because you're producing trained and educated and smart citizens. One of the young men today who has a bright future ahead of him, he wants to go into engineering. And I said, you know, evaluate all of your options. Have you thought about going into medicine? So what I want to do is connect him with the medical school here in schools in the Cleveland area, because this is someone I want them to know where he is and keep an eye on him. And although he may go out of state to a big Ivy League school, we want that talent back, and we need that talent here in our community, and the resources are here to do that. So I'm excited about this because I see the potential and the long-term results that can result from this.